Hey guys, it's Al here. Today we're going to be talking about something that's a little interesting. If you're in the design space, a lot of times you're going to hear this term, right? This acronym, CTA. What is a CTA, right? Sometimes you'll see it in a wireframe. There's a little box there and it says CTA there, right? That's weird, interesting. Or sometimes you're talking to someone and be like, yeah, you know, we really need a strong CTA. What is a CTA? Well, it's not a disease. A CTA stands for call to action. Essentially, it's a button. It's a button, it's a link, it's something that a user is going to interact with and it's going to send them somewhere or do something, right? So if you think about your typical e-commerce site, one of the most common CTAs that a lot of people are going to be familiar with is buy now, add to cart. That's a CTA, right? And when people ask me, how do I make a strong CTA? You know, it really depends on what you're doing, right? What the product is, the demographic you're going after. But there are some common denominators, right? So first of all, visibility, right? A strong CTA is going to be easy to see, right? So within the style guide or branding of a given brand or application, you want to make sure that the color usage that you're using for that CTA is vibrant, is strong, right? You're going to see some very elegant sites that have black as their CTA, black with white text. I mean, it's okay, but you know, is it going to perform as good as if it was blue, green, right? Probably not. So it's something to think about. Now, the other thing that you want to think about is in context of other elements on the page, right? So if I have color everywhere, right? Color links, color pictures, color text, and then I have a colored CTA, it's gonna get lost, right? So you're building an entire composition in mind with that CTA, right? That learn more, that buy now, that subscribe. That CTA needs to have a prominent placement. And it's not just about size and color, it's about what's happening around there that's really important, right? Now, speaking of size is a big deal, right? Your CTA, especially your strong CTA, your main CTA, if you will, it should be fairly large. Now, obviously, it should not be large to the point where it's obnoxious or it doesn't even look like it fits on the page, but it should be larger than most, let's say, right? So, for example, sometimes on a hero shot at the top of the landing page, you're going to see title, subtitle, maybe a little bit of text, and then maybe there's two CTAs, right? One is going to be like learn more, one is going to be buy now, right? Which one do you think should be stronger? Buy now, right? Because that is your monetization CTA. That's how the business is going to make money. But learn more may be important because some people are not prepared to buy now, so they're going to go there and go through a funnel to buy now eventually, ideally. But in the context of this example, your buy now is going to be stronger, your main CTA. Your learn more is going to be not as strong intentionally because it's your sub CTA. Why? Because if they're both the same weight, then the human mind needs to differentiate between the two. Like, well, which one do I click, right? If the buy now is stronger, you're going to get more clicks on it, right? So that's something to think about when you're talking about what makes a strong CTA. There are, again, some other aspects involved, but that's probably one of the easiest low-hanging fruits, is really make sure it has a strong color, a strong size, and make sure the other elements around that CTA are in context with the whole flow of the page. What makes a strong CTA, right? So it's color, size, and placement. And lastly, it's the other elements that are around the CTA, right? If I have a CTA with pictures all around it, it's gonna be hard for the human mind to see it, right? If I have a CTA that's clean, it's open, there's good padding around the other elements, then it's gonna be easy for users to see it. So those are the elements that you really want to think about when you're thinking about what makes a strong CTA, right? Now, you may have some marketing people that are going to say, you know, you ever hear that there's a song, you should Google this, it's hilarious. It's called Make the Logo Bigger. Google that song for a quick laugh, especially if you're a designer, you can thank me later. If you're a marketing person, I'm sorry, I don't mean to make fun of anybody. But it's pretty funny. You're going to hear that a lot, right? You know, make the logo bigger. It's right up there with it doesn't pop enough. It's not popping, right? Like, what does that mean as a designer? I don't even know what to do. How do I make it pop more? You're going to hear that about the CTA. Make the CTA bigger. Look, you can make the CTA as big as you want, but if it looks weird within the page, people aren't going to click on it. It's going to look car salesy. It's going to look gimmicky, right? So remember, the sum of a composition is all of its parts, right? So the CTA needs to play nicely with everything else that's happening on the page. That's why, by the way, that you sometimes want to get a UX UI designer to work on your product for you. So thanks so much for tuning in, and don't forget to check out our channel for more videos. We've got a lot of exciting stuff coming up.